It's gone too far, don't you know? Don't lose yourself, carry me away. Forever and always, forever and always, forever and always.
It's time for Hillary to pay. For far too long, Hillary Clinton has gotten away with literal murder in this country. It's time for her to get the justice that she deserves. She's not above the law. She should be forced to go to court just like the rest of us. Here is something you will not hear and the liberal media refuses to report. Last month, a federal court ordered a deposition of Hillary Clinton on her emails and Benghazi attack records. But Hillary Clinton is now appealing to avoid giving testimony. In a desperate last-minute act of defiance, Hillary Clinton filed an emergency appeal to stop her court-ordered email testimony. Apparently, crooked Hillary thinks she is too important to be required to comply with a court order to testify. Now bringing her in for questioning, it all started back in September when Judge Royce Lamberth granted Judicial Watch significant new discovery on the Hillary Clinton email and Benghazi scandals. Hillary Clinton initially thought she can get out of it. She desperately filed for an appeal. Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton responded to the news by revealing that State Department officials even think Hillary has gone too far. Hillary Clinton's desperate appeal to avoid testimony is even too much for her defenders at the State Department and Justice Department. A federal court rejected Clinton and the deep state's attempts to shut our email inquiry down and agreed with Judicial Watch that it is time to hear from Hillary Clinton. Tom Fitton later went on to request that the court to reject Mrs. Clinton's appeal, which likely will be. The appellate court should quickly reject Mrs. Clinton's gambit. Judicial Watch wrote an official statement condemning Hillary's actions, saying there's no excuse for an appeal and no good reason for it whatsoever. Judicial Watch further argues that Clinton and Mills are trying to avoid their deposition testimonies by relying on their status as former high-level government officials. Clinton and Mills do not offer a single case from this court or any other holding that former high-level government officials should not be required to follow regular appellate channels to challenge a discovery order. It is past time for this lying, treasonous, seditious, communist, Democrat, baby-murdering, troop-murdering daughter of Satan is looked into for her many, many crimes. If the truth comes out, she will be found guilty of treason, sedition, and much, much more, and hung for her crimes. From Epstein and Friend, the list of things they've done is way too long to ignore and to enlist. Money laundering, pedophilia, murder, bribery, abuse of power, so on, so forth, etc. And they are not done yet because they are way too many loose ends that they've been trying to tie up. Again, I am Michael. This is the Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you. And where we go one, we go all, except for Gitmo. That's reserved for the very bad, pedophilia, murdering, bribery, sellout of our country, deep state rats. Yeah. God bless. Paul Walker, November 30th, 2013. His car hit a tree and caught fire. The video, however, looks more like an explosion. He was set to come forward, exposing the Clinton Foundation's crimes against children in Haiti. He discovered this through his charity work. Moment of Paul Walker car crash caught on nearby security cam. Chester Bennington worked with Chris Cornell to expose pedophile leading to Podesta and Clinton. He died in the same manner Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain died, hung on a doorknob. Oddly, his facial profile is an 80% match to John Podesta. That percentage is only possible with a parent involved. Chester Bennington was well known for being a member of Lincoln Park. Kate Spade, a famous designer who had worked with the Clinton Foundation in the No Ceilings Initiative and did work in Haiti for Hillary. She was found hung in her apartment by a red scarf on June 5th, 2018. Her husband posted multiple strange photos of her before her death. Antion Scalia. Steve Elmendorf worked for Monsanto, sent an email to John Podesta 3 days before Scalia was found dead on 2/13/16 after a party. It mentions wet works. We know that's code for assassination. Removing Scalia opened a Supreme Court seat and allowed for Monsanto to go unchallenged. Anthony Bourdain, CNN host of Parts Unknown and renowned chef, traveler. He was shedding light on the pedogate and the American genocide in the newer episode of his show. On June 8, 2018, he was found hung in his hotel room in France. Many suspect he was murdered. Michael Hastings, a reporter for BuzzFeed and editor at Rolling Stone magazine. His car exploded 3 separate times on June 18, 2013. He was exposing pedogate, leading to the firing of General McChrystal, all linked to Clinton and Podesta. After escorting Bill Clinton, 4 of his bodyguards died in a helicopter crash near Quantico, Virginia on May 19, 1993. Brian D. Haney, William S. Barkley, Tim Sabel, Scott J. Reynolds. Marines confiscated all footage, blocked all media. The debris pattern hint at an explosion mid-air. Gary Johnson. Jennifer Flowers, above, opened a court case against Bill Clinton for sexual misconduct. Gary was a witness to Bill coming in and out of Flowers' condo, and he had footage of it. He was beaten near death on June 26, 1992, but wasn't killed, but his tapes were stolen. Jordan Kettleson, an informant to the prosecutor Gene Duffy, who was handling the Ives Henry murders. The case would have been tied to the murders back to Bill Clinton and the Mina cover-up. He was found dead, shot several times in his pickup truck in June of 1990. Barry and Honey Sherman. He and his wife were both found strangled to death in their home on December 15th, 2017. Supposedly, he strangled his wife, then himself. Barry founded Apotex Incorporated, a drug company that supplied medications to Haiti and Puerto Rico through the Clinton Foundation. Chris Cornell, the singer for Soundgarden. Chris was working with Chester Bennington to expose Hollywood pedophilia, leading back to Podesta and ultimately Clinton. He was found dead on May 18th of 2017, reported as a hanging. Police say he had head trauma and a workout band around his neck. Andrew Breitbart, founder of Breitbart News. He brought attention to the pedophilia networks ran by the Podesta brothers and Clinton. He died March 1st, 2012 from a heart attack, shortly after revealing John Podesta and associates to be monsters. Charles Ruff, the man that defended Bill Clinton in the Lewinsky case, as well as in his impeachment hearings, died in his apartment bathroom November 20th of 2000. Some reports say he was unconscious in his bathroom. Others say he died of a heart attack. Joe Montano, chairman of the DNC before Debbie Wasserman Schultz, died July 25th of 2016, had a heart attack at the age of 47. A few days prior to this, WikiLeaks dropped the DNC emails. Victor Thorne, author of 4 books exposing the Clintons, Hillary and Bill volumes, the sex volume, the drugs volume, the murder volume, and then Crowning Clinton. He was shot and killed on a mountaintop in Pennsylvania, August 1st of 2016. I would never commit suicide was something that was well known that he said. Gareth Williams, a spy with the MI6. He had illegally hacked into the secret data of Bill Clinton. Found dead in his apartment August 16th of 2010, ruled as a suicide, but he was padlocked, naked, inside a duffel bag, in his bathtub. The apartment was steam cleaned after his death as well. Mary Mahoney and Eric Batera. Mary was an intern for Bill Clinton. She was murdered July 7th of 1997 in a Starbucks where she was a manager. She knew about Lewinsky. Eric Batera had proof Mary was murdered. The police sent him into a crack house where he was beaten to death. Gary Webb, an American journalist who exposed the CIA running drugs in and out of the country under the Clinton and Bush administrations. On December 10th of 2004, he was found dead in his apartment. The strange part, they say he shot himself in the head with a shotgun, twice. Vincent Fleck, the father of Daniel Fleck, the personal physician of Hillary Clinton. He found that they were lying about Clinton's health and threatened to release her records. On August 7th of 2016, he died in a swimming accident. The records were remotely released upon his death. Charles Meisner, Assistant Secretary of International Commerce to Ron Brown, pictured above with Bill Clinton. He also gave special clearance to Jong Hung. May 31st of 1996, Charles was aboard the same flight that killed Ron Brown. John F. Kennedy Jr., Carolyn Bessette Kennedy, and Lauren Bessette. While flying, John crashed his plane, killing himself, his wife, and his sister-in-law. This was before his announcement to challenge Hillary Clinton for New York Senate. A massive cover-up operation occurred immediately. Vincent Foster. He was a partner in the Rose law firm with Hillary Clinton. Before testifying in the Whitewater scandal, he died July 20th of 1993, ruled as a suicide. He was shot in the mouth and in the back of the neck with 2 different caliber bullets. Neil Moody. James Moody, an Arkansas judge hired by Bill Clinton, married the widow of Vince Foster, Lisa Pitcher, here above. His son died on August 25th of 1996. He was reportedly seen talking to someone before speeding into a brick wall. He was about to expose his stepmom, Lisa. Robert Bates. Airplane mechanic for the drug smuggler Barry Seal, pictured above. Bill Clinton with Seal smuggled plane loads of cocaine into Mena, Arkansas. Bates became aware of this. Official cause of death, mouthwash overdose. Local police say he was murdered March 29th of 1995. Alan G. Witcher oversaw Bill Clinton's Secret Service detail. He was transferred to the Murrah P. Federal Building before the Oklahoma City bombing. He died in the blast on April 9th of 1995. Other agents were warned to leave since the bombing was planned, but no one warned Allen. Wayne Garrett, finance chairman of Dianne Feinstein, worked with Al Gore, VP of Bill Clinton. I'm not sure vice president of what, because that was Al Gore for the Clinton administration. He was being charged with bank fraud. On July 26, 1995, he was found under the Golden Gate Bridge, ruled as a suicide. A suicide letter at the scene did not match his handwriting. William Kobe, retired director of the CIA. He shared CIA secrets with Congress linked to the Clinton, including killing Castro, mind control experiments on humans, and spying on citizens. His body was found in a river in May of 1996. He was set to meet with the Disclosure Project. Terrence Yakee, Oklahoma police officer, first on the scene at the Murrah building after the Oklahoma City bombing. Some say Clinton arranged the bomb, and he had evidence of this. He was found dead April 19th of 1996. His throat was cut, bullet through the head, gun nowhere to be found. Jeremy Borda, an admiral in the Navy, while on a mission, he discovered Bill Clinton was illegally selling weapons to Muslims in Bosnia during the NATO assault. On May 16th of 1996, he was shot in front of his house, in his chest twice, ruled as a suicide. An AC-130 carrying luggage, etc. for Bill Clinton crashed on September 18, 1996, killing several, caused by engine failure. Aldo Francisco, Kevin N. Ernest, Kimberly Jo Willibauer, Benjamin T. Hall, Michael J. Smith Jr., Rick L. Merritt, Michael R. York, Billy R. Ogston, and Thomas A. Stevens. This video was very shocking with all the coincidences. Do your own research. Connect your own dots. I'm Michael. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you worldwide. And where we go one, we go all. Make sure you're subscribed here to the Patriot Hour and share this video across all social media platforms while you can. All links are in the description box. And again, have a great day.